Hello, hello, and welcome to the stream. My name is JD Grosspitz, lead singer and streaming talent of Malignant Bear. We are live tonight once again with Transistor. This was Supergiant's 2014 action role-playing game set in either a post-apocalyptic, well, not post-apocalyptic, maybe, I don't know. Dystopian future? That's a better word for it. Dystopian future or a computer. I'm not entirely sure yet. I think it's a computer. Anyway, the story thus far is that we are Red, the woman in the thumbnail here, and who is currently humming as my BGM. We play as Red. Her boyfriend, lover, whatever, was killed by some criminals. They were after her. He died instead, and he got stabbed by a sword, the eponymous Transistor, and his soul got absorbed into it, I guess, so he now lives in the sword, and we're trying to get revenge for his death and figure out what happened. Red is a singer who lost her voice in the event, and yeah, now we're just chasing down some criminals. As far as I can tell, we're over halfway through the game, so we should be able to finish this tonight. This game's interesting. I've been enjoying it so far. I'm not super crazy about the gameplay. It's a little awkward, I think, but I like everything else about it, so I'm willing to put up with it, and we'll see how it ends. So yeah, without any further ado, let's jump on in. Okay, see ya. Back to the humming there for a split second. That's one of the mechanics in this game, is you can hum at any point when you're not in combat. And it's usually matched to the actual level's background music. There is no background music right now, so I'm not sure what she's humming along to, but it's beautiful regardless. You can also do this. Let's flourish with the Transistor. Not sure what the point of that is, but it looks kind of cool. So anyway, what we're trying to do is get in here. This is where the Camareta is. They are the criminal organization that set off all these horrible events. And yeah, this game it's a unique combination of action, like open world action like this, not open world, but like live action kind of like this, where you can, fight and do stuff and all that. But then there's also turn-based segments, and you have a set amount of things that you can do based on the little bar up there at the top in your turns. And whenever you do that, then you have to wait for the bar to replenish before you can do anything else. Which would be fine if it wasn't for the fact that then it takes you into the action segments, and enemies aren't really bound by your turn counter. That's my biggest complaint with it, is the freeform segments are very fast-paced, and it's incredibly easy to die and take damage. And then in the turn-based things, the enemies can still move around a little bit sometimes and still get their attacks off too once the turn actually ticks over. So you can end up wasting a whole turn and then basically not being able to do anything while you wait for it to tick up again. So it's kind of awkward. It's a cool idea, but it's not as well realized as I would like. Anyway,
what they wanted.
there's these things here.
The process, those things, they don't answer to us anymore. They don't answer to anyone. We thought maybe we could stop them without the Transistor. As you can see, that isn't going well. Though I suppose you're not about to just hand it over, are you? After all we've done.
Good question.
The audio balance in this game is weird. I have it cranked up as loud as I can in-game, and there's segments where it is quite loud then, so I still have it turned down a little bit in OBS. So my apologies if it's kind of hard to hear dialogue and things like that. That's why I have the subtitles on. I would anyways, but I'm a little bit more coherent tonight. As I mentioned, on vacation last week.
What's new, Luna?
And kind of getting back into the swing of things. So I went to the beach, not unlike this one. It was very nice. Nice little solo trip. Always good to unwind that way. This is our little hub world that we can go to. I assume this is in the sword. It's odd, whatever it is. And there's these little trials that we can do. So,
Door 2 again.
try this. This gets us experience and unlocks new music.
Draw anything good?
Okay, so I have some preset abilities here. Okay, objective survive. So yeah, these little segments, like I said, these are totally optional, but I'm doing them to try to get as much as I can out of this game. This one's a little tricky. So you can see when you're about to die, it automatically tosses you into a turn there. And I'm purposely not using the turns right now, again, because my objective is just to run around and survive for a set amount of time. And each of these little challenge segments is a little bit different. Whenever you die, instead of actually dying, you lose one of your abilities. So you can see, in this time, I lost my ability to dodge. That seems to be the one that it takes away most often, which I think is a little frustrating, to say the least. I'm in trouble here. I think I'm going to die.
Come on. One last ride.
Well, that
Whoa. We're done.
certainly wasn't clean, but we did it. So I unlocked new music and a little bit of experience. There's some light RPG elements in this game as well.
Finally, a little privacy.
There's the practice test. We don't care about that. There's another speed test.
Let's try
Bonus
4 again.
test.
Just have to hang on longer than they can.
Alright, so I have a set number of things that I can use here, and basically what I want to do is so the way this works is you can use some abilities as actives, some as upgrades, and some as passives. So passives affect everything, actives are obviously active abilities, and upgrades just benefit specific abilities. So for this one, I can only use a couple different things. I have a limit on the amount of memory that the transistor can hold. So,
Fight's
this.
on.
When enemies die, they drop these little cells that you need to pick up. If you don't pick them up in time, they can respawn. So now I get some more abilities, which is good. And it's gain 25% to become a super user on using turn. Spawn a copy when attacked. Put that. Seems good. Once more, done there. And what else do we have? And a deflecting shield that negates damage. That'd be nice. Let's go ahead and equip that.
All right. right.
Been at the Matthew McConaughey and the sword here. The man and the sword, he does not have a name or anything. It's just not given one by the game. There is little bits of lore, and you unlock them in a kind of interesting way. You have to use all of the abilities at your disposal in each different way. So, for example, I would have to use Bounce as both an active, an upgrade, and a passive in combat to get the lore behind it, because each of these abilities, in addition to being abilities, are the memories and souls of one of the people in the city. So again, I think we're in a computer. That's the only thing I can think of that makes sense for this. So to get the lore, you have to use them, and then you get all this. And yeah, the lore for the ability that represents the man and the sword is very bare bones, which I suppose is the point. Let's just go with this. It's this nifty ability that I have now. It's a ranged attack, and it does damage over time. So it's quite strong. Not as strong as these things are. Oh my goodness.
We're off.
Let's definitely kill that before it can respawn. Snow. Complete homes quite a bit. So you can see I'm not using the turn mechanic because it's a little awkward, especially in kind of combat like this. It's almost worth it just not to use it. Get some more abilities here. And right there we have our basic attack. That could be nice. John will stun and disrupt targets. Let's do that.
Final round.
The little cameras, obviously, they're taking away from my vision whenever they attack me, in addition to doing damage, so they're an incredibly annoying enemy. A lot of them too.
You all right?
You can't target them. Oh, these ones you can. Okay, I was gonna say some of them, some of these snapshot enemies, you cannot actually target them in the turn-based thing. They're just obscured on the map. Which is, again, it's neat. There's some very cool ideas in this game.
The crowd goes wild.
Execution is another matter, though. It's not bad by any means, but I would have almost rather it just be the free-flowing, but better balance. Because that worked well for Bastion and obviously for Hades as well.
Door number 4. We can outlast them.
Right. Some more functions here. This is ricochet attack. Try this.
Round 1. Beautiful.
Actually, I might put these on a different slot just so it's... Because I can put them on B and then I get multiple... Could be an option. So this will bounce and go real fast. What next? What is this actually doing? Let's see what it's doing. Oh, turn cost reduced. I don't know if that's actually worth it for me. Definitely have to have that. So I'm maxed out on everything. So this enemy can shield things. This is a nice kind of tutorial of everything we'll be seeing. It's part of the reason why I'm doing this.
Still with me.
Nope, 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 nope. No, 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 no. I didn't even see where it was. It sort of disappeared off the map for a second there. As you can see, I can control my attacks a little bit here. That was a little rough.
More to work with.
Spawn a copy when attacked. Game deflecting shield. So what we'll do is toss that on and take more parasites. They slow. That's really good. Okay. And them going invisible is that's sneaky. In addition to them being significantly faster than me. So we'll do this just to... So this is damage over time, so that's why I want to try to do that. So So you can see there's going to be projectiles going everywhere now. If you don't use the full turn timer, then you obviously it takes less time for it to come back later. I don't know that I've damaged these at all. Have now. Ooh.
We're not finished.
I swear I'm not actually attacking anything here. Not good. So again, these are meant to be more challenging, but let's attack them and then run away. Kill some of them off. Alright. I think that's enough of that. We can always come back to these later. Just a good example of what the game can do. Got some more music. Obviously, we have to use the hammock here. It's important.
Here we are at the beach, and all I can think about is Grant's sneering face. Once we get to him, what are you gonna do with him? Made up your mind? I have.
Alright, so we'll head back out into the game. Well, we might as well try some of the other ones real quick. Let's see, that one was a little tricky.
3 it is.
Oh, the planning test, these are kind of fun. So you have one turn to execute
Okay, go
what
for
it wants you to do. Let's hope they don't move too much. Find out. Nope.
No good.
So I attacked that one and that one. Oh, it's telling me it's blocked. Okay, I see now, I see. Move up here. Oop, it's out of range then. It's gonna be close, we'll see. Perfect.
Like I was saying,
More music.
think that door's gonna stay shut.
So I think these are the most interesting ones. Get to test with some very specific things. That's interesting. Not entirely sure how I'm supposed to do this. Ah, I see. Okay. I think. Nope, okay.
Want to try again?
See, this is one I haven't used very much. As you can see, it's not going to give me enough leeway to get around there. Then what? Close. There we go.
Real tough.
Just have to angle that perfectly. Close to another level, so we'll try one more of these.
Bounced.
It's closed off to us now. It's closed as well. Speed
Here
test.
we go again. Time to race the clock.
It's a new one. I don't even know what this is. You don't have a way to check things either. Alright.
The clock is ticking.
Yeah, I don't even know what this ability is, and I can't inspect it or anything. There's no way to do that. So again, there's oddities with this game. Little things like this. There's no option to go into your settings and see what you have equipped. You can only do that at the save points. If there is one and I just don't see it, I don't know. But oh well. Right, back into the real game now. 30 minutes later.
Camareta's getting nervous right about now. And we're back. Yeah, let's check in there. Maintenance.
Lunch pads, interesting.
Count of 3. 3.
Cool.
These guys. More cropping up whenever you hit them.
More enemies. Here we go. I was wondering how they kept spawning. Makes sense.
Cleared them out.
Did we? One's still very much around. It's Flood. This is project a storm sphere that disintegrates targets, enhances functions to have lingering damage, or regenerate life points when turn is not recovering. That's really good. This is Voids. That was the one we saw before that we didn't know about, and now we do. Cripple targets defense and attack. Augment the potency and effects. Increase base damage output. A Flood. And don't know what. Another upgrade, another passive, or more memory. Let's go with more memory.
Bracket. I know the name, but not the man. Heard he got out of town a while back.
I think he's one of the Camareta. It's interesting. What does this one do? Cell pool strength. Ally.
Gotta make room.
So get rid of one of these. Equip this instead. Charm enemies I run through, that could be good. Let's do that. So again, you have to decide where each of your abilities is going to go.
Not what I had in mind.
Some cool features for sure.
What a shot.
Confused as to why my health is not regenerating. Because my turn is not. Or is it just very slow?
One more down at the end. All right then.
Generate life points when turn is not covering. I don't understand.
Guess you should be flattered.
It was nothing personal, you know. You were valuable, handpicked, unique, but one of many. All we needed was your point of view, to give the people what they didn't know they wanted. That's all we ever wanted. All Grant ever tried to achieve. The rest was merely incidental. What good could 4 individuals ever hope to accomplish in this city with only their own 4 voices? Well, we found our answer. You have it right there, in your hands.
The ringleader's right upstairs.
So from what I can tell, they basically didn't want dissent in the city in terms of like art and music and dissenting opinions and things like that. So that was why
Backstage
they
access.
tried to kill you. And lots of other people that we saw from the war last
Not
time.
now. Not having it, lady.
These things are
Lady's making more trouble.
There's those things too. Didn't even hit them.
They can take a hit now.
Where are you?
They want to tear us apart. Maybe that's all they want.
Polling array.
Every poll he ever took, somebody here made sure it added up. Till now, at least.
Yeah, this doesn't actually seem to be doing anything for me, which is odd. So we're going to do something else with it, I suppose. Put it as a passive on something, or as an upgrade on something rather. Make up that.
That's 2. Big door downstairs ought to be open now. Take us straight to Asher and Grant's hideout on the roof. No jumping in the lift, okay?
Point. Does he hate fun?
Looks like Grant has other visitors. But we're not waiting. Hands off, jerk.
No.
Something.
I can't. Oh, there's an invisible wall there. Okay, that's. I wasn't sure where.
What happened there?
That was a bad start to that. Okay, there's a cheerleader. That's the thing that shields them. So I want to get that if I can. Let's see where it is though. There we go. Definitely could have gone better. But, not seeing where the wall was for this fight when I came in really screwed me there.
Let's check near the big door back there.
save point somewhere around here. So I have to succeed at combat again to get the ability back that I lost. And every single time I lose in combat, it takes away dodge, which makes combat harder. And I think that's my biggest complaint. It's not random. It's dodge every single time.
This is it.
Which means that you can just have cascading failure, which feels really bad.
Hey, something I've been meaning to tell you. Once this is over, maybe there's still time to skip town. Think about it. Standing offer.
I think you're in any condition to skip town. And that you died.
Let's give him our best.
So I might as well equip something here. Let's see.
Okie doke.
Another boss fight? We'll see.
What?
No.
Cowards.
Took the easy way out.
Left you a note. So that's it.
I couldn't stay to meet with you in person. Grant, he couldn't wait any longer. Why he would leave me? I'd sooner take an eternity in the Transistor. But he was no longer seeing straight. Or perhaps he'd decided he'd seen enough. We knew the stakes of what we wanted to accomplish. And we knew that if we were to fail, we would do so together. As one. See you in the country.
What are you gonna do now? Hey there, remember me? Guy you killed the other day?
Take their souls.
Let me be the first to welcome you to your new home. You fake. Wake up, buddy. Got some questions for you. How do we stop this? Fairview. How are we supposed to get all the way over there? Oh. Oh. Really? The Camareta. There's one left.
It's again very, very stylistic. And you can see where the style has kind of changed over the years from Bastion to this, to Pyre, and then to Hades. The music in this has been just phenomenal.
Jump for it. We're not gonna fall.
Not sure what... What? Why wouldn't we? Ah, we're riding on the process.
Guess I was wrong about that. The Camareta wanted things to change. For good. But not like this. They got greedy. Grant and the others. Only one left. He's gotta know something. Out there somewhere in Fairview. We're making good time.
So somehow them using the Transistor is destroying the city. Killed everyone in the city, and is turning the buildings into just plain white blobs, which was, I suppose, their goal in the end. Again, they didn't want dissent. They wanted this to be the city from Footloose, basically.
Your stage. We get to Fairview. We can stop this.
Oh, and combat apparently. wasn't really any time to
He
react to
disappeared.
anything there.
He's not hiding. He's hunting. Get away.
Emergency turn, right when I was going to activate it anyways, of course.
First we get back to the edge of town. Then we make way for Fairview.
A win's
Last
a win.
member of the Camareta will be waiting.
It's very clean, but... So we're back to some of the early levels of the game. This is the club where Red used to sing. Now being taken over by the process. So again, I think this takes place in a computer. That's the only thing that I can think of. And the transistor is literally just like a process within the computer.
Hey, Red. You got a full house. Ever get the feeling? Yeah. Okay. They here for a song.
Very cool. Of course, we have to oblige. Even those ones up there.
Hello up there. Probably getting his friends. That thing on.
Red 27 mourned his process toll
What a mess.
climbs. Vigil held for popular musician after she vanished in a week's catastrophic outbreak. Has it been a week? It seems like it's been the same day. One of Cloudbank's most influential voices has gone silent amid the process epidemic spreading throughout the city unchecked. Red became active as a musician from a young age, though her popularity surged in recent years, as her songs consistently charted in the top 10th percentile for the past 5 years, according to OVC data. While Red is but one of thousands of disappearances this week, thousands more gathered to honor her life and her music on the eastern perimeter as the sound of her voice cut through the darkness.
I think you're right. Of course. Of course I do. Red. We'll figure it out when we get there.
So again, she can't talk. A transistor can read
Gotta retrace our steps.
what
Get to
she's
where you
saying.
found me.
Alright, so we can re-equip this because it's mandatory. Do that. And we need to do one more thing with it to get all the lore out of it. We read all the rest of these before. So
We'll make our way from there. Well, you got him.
would that count as combat, I wonder? Even though I one-shot them? Doesn't look like it, no.
This isn't our town anymore. It's theirs.
So I have the dodge set up so that it leaves little explosives, which is nice. dodge you can do anytime, even while you're waiting for your turn to tick off. So we're guy up there somewhere.
Back in business. Get out of here.
Another level.
What do we have?
So Cull can strike nearby targets upward with tremendous force, raise our kinetic impact or affect duration of most functions, or harm targets on contact while executing turn. This could be kind of interesting. Seal the user's physical self, raise the potency of most functions when backstabbing, become undetectable and faster after killing things. We'll get this. And I guess we'll go with that. These limiters. So these make the game harder and give you ever so slightly more experience. But it's not, it doesn't seem balanced. Again, it's, 2% extra XP for a lot of just crazy limiters and the difficulty. So user will overload more functions at once and recover only 1 per access point. So again, if you die, you're really screwed. And again, if you die, you don't get the extra turn. You have the option of turning those on, which I will not be turning any on. I tried some before. You can see the ones that I've unlocked. And it's not worth it. There's no difficulty settings in this game or anything. It is what it is. But here's the surviving member of the Camareta, actually. How odd. Let's read about him. Royce Brackett. Once there was a great engineer. Arithmetic was his medium, and a city was his canvas. He planned the roads, buildings, and byways. His work could not be more precise. Like everyone in Cloudbank, he served at the pleasure of the city's people. The city changed quickly and often, reconfiguring to best suit the contemporary sensibility. Thus the engineer's work was ephemeral. He loved his craft, but could not let himself become attached to the product of his effort. Because the engineer's work was never done, it stayed fresh. With new whims came new challenges. Bridges, gardens, towers, ports, none of it lasted very long. The nature of his work led him to notice certain patterns over time. The will of the people changed in cycles. Bridges would come down in favor of railways. Railways would give way to parks. New bridges would then be built upon the parks, and so on. Recognizing this, the engineer started fashioning avant-garde structures and designs he believed would persist beyond the immediate urges of the population. Yet these ideas proved much less popular. Before much longer, he became obscure, and left his job to pursue personal interests on his own. It was then that he discovered a formula visualizing exactly how the structures of Cloudbank formed. Okay. So the process is what creates the city and the people in it. He studied this formula closely, for it filled him with a deep sense of wonder and even deeper sense of dread. He developed predictive algorithms to determine where and when the visualization would take form, began drawing it out with his own architectural plans, until one day he found it in its natural state. He saw beyond the confines of the city into something more, and there before him was something extraordinary. He took it, and realized the things he saw now stood at his call. So again, something's weird here, where I don't think any of this is real. I think we live in a computer. Might as well equip that.
Shaw's work was out of control. Thought the admins put him away. White blocks like these, they weren't just trees and houses and things.
Sure where I'm supposed to be going.
Can't see Fairview from here, but it's out there somewhere.
There's little snippets of lore and stuff everywhere.
Guess they don't like to swim.
But you have to kind of find them. This is 100% a game that I could see if you wanted to 100%, you would need to play it multiple times. And as far as I know, it has a New Game Plus function. So I will not be doing that.
3 guesses what's in there.
Just sort of in the interest of, you know, getting through more games out of our schedule and list and everything.
I was hoping you'd do that.
What's in here?
Hey guys, what's new? Hello?
Slick Watts just informed me that if I'm still at the store, he needs grenadine. I believe that was supposed to go to someone else. Given that I'm nowhere near him, speaking of which, so I didn't stream yesterday because I was watching hockey. As I mentioned, myself and several others in the band, most notably Slick Watts, are hockey fans. And I skipped streaming last night to watch the Penguins lose against the Islanders. That was terrible, and I hated it. And Slick and I are both Penguins fans. So disappointed to see them lose. See what the off season holds for them, and we'll probably do another hockey talk video once the cup has been awarded.
So that's it.
Farewell to Cloudbank. As I stand here on the eastern perimeter, awaiting the inevitable,
No one left to report
I'm
it.
surrounded by my community, and I am at peace. It's in my honor and privilege helping spread the news of the day among the people of the city. My only regret is having no more time to share it with you all. To the west I see nothing, and to the east there is nothing. And so we wait, together, shoulder to shoulder. Not leave our fair city under any circumstance. I suspect even the process has figured that out by now. Farewell.
How about we get out of here?
But yeah, big hockey fans, always like to watch as many games as I can, especially when it comes times for the playoffs. Let's see, not the outcome I wanted. Would have liked to see my team succeed further. But some other time.
Look at this.
Look at what? I guess at this point I'll probably bandwagon some West Coast team.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You're still there, and I'm still here. You're still there, and I'm still here.
So this happened once before. The Spine was a big enemy we fought. It's a boss. And as we got closer to it, the Transistor got less and less coherent, or more incoherent, I suppose, might be a less awkward way of saying that.
We make quite a team. Lady without a voice. Gent without a body. We owe it all to the Camareta. They sure did a number on this town.
I don't know if these things are actually enemies, or if am I the bad guy now? Just killing them. I mean, they're doing what they do, they're terraforming the city. At this point, does it really matter? Try walking by them.
Is that what I... Oh, yeah.
Well, we're gonna fight them because I'm afraid of the boss fight with the spine and these things becoming enemies during that fight. So even though they're not getting XP, make sure that they get dealt with.
They really don't like water.
And a computer virus doesn't go in the water.
I'd like to go, if you don't mind.
Go where? Is here?
White noise. Ugh. The spine. Was sort of hoping it was just the one of them. The process. I guess when they reach a certain size or something, it's like I start blacking out.
See what else we have in here. It's the speed test again. So it's these same ones. Kind of a letdown.
I start talking funny, just ignore me, okay?
Will do. Don't even know your name.
Oh, good. Here again. Suit everyone and everything.
Can't see what I'm actually trying to attack here.
It'll all just be little white blocks. And some eyeballs. Except for us. Except for us. We don't have to worry like
I want to kill this thing.
I guess I just mean you.
Just enough. So I know they're somewhere in this general area. Well, I hit one of them one time. Take the wins we can get. Oop. Let's see here. Ooh, perfect.
Yeah.
That was just dumb luck, I think.
Red. Will I ever see you again?
Oh,
I mean, face to face.
I was gonna say, you're seeing me right now.
I like to wonder about that. Like maybe you could get me out of here. Or something. Then we could watch everything around us wash away. Hand in hand. What do you think you're gonna find back here? Maybe you just like to hear me talk.
I assume, much like their other games, that all the VO work in this is done by the members of Supergiant. Ooh. The development studio.
Oh, not Junction Jams.
Oh man, that's where we got pizza before.
Where are we gonna get our flatbread now?
We should get the sea monster.
This is a tragedy.
Shame. That's how you know the world's ending. You can't get pizzas.
Where's our beautiful bike?
Was that here? There was a bike in like 30-second little segment. Here it is.
Hey, that's not our bike.
It is now. Or it will be once I kill this thing.
What a haircut.
It's something, alright.
Looked like a man.
Becoming sentient.
Hey, Red. Thanks for the lift. Hi.
As we get further away from the
What I
spine,
said back there
it's more coherent again.
about wanting to see you again. Face to face. I want you to know. I meant it.
We crash again. No.
Bike deserves some kind of reward. Not to get wiped out like all his bike friends. See you in the country, Mr. Bike. You go first. Yikes. Spawning season. Watch your step when we walk right out. Bye, ladies.
Definitely didn't want to fight all of those. That would have been bad.
Here's where we found one of the lucky ones. What?
Okay.
Listen, jerk.
These things are very aptly named.
Boom.
Especially this late game upgraded version.
Took it where, though? Still up. Your posters.
Take pictures of me.
Hey, they like you.
Me too. I like me too.
They really like you.
Terminal.
Terminal thinks you're in charge.
Terminal diagnostics.
Tell us something we don't know. Surprised those still work. Anything else before we head up?
It's one last terminal.
This isn't a vote. It's a choice.
Placid snowfall.
A little snow should match the decor. Look at this. You got the key to the city.
What's this?
Lady we found here. Body's gone, but her trace is with us. We can still get through.
I think we're close to the end here. Find out.
Hello, world. You
We're
don't
for
look
sure
so
in a
good.
computer. Only a computer would make that joke.
Almost there. Last member of the Camareta. He'll be expecting us.
I'm gonna take a drink before he's expecting this. I'm going to be more than a little disappointed if this is yet another game where I completely botched the timings of it. So the first stream of this was 3 hours long. We're about an hour in, and I suspect I'm about to finish this. So I could have split it 2 and 2, or just done a straight 4. All of the estimations I saw of this online was about 5.5 or 6. I didn't think I would blow through it quite that fast.
Look out.
Yep.
They want a tag team. We missed. No, you don't.
Don't know if I actually killed it or not.
Your turn.
Close, but not quite. So you can see there, my own attack knocked him out of position. And thankfully, it has like a little bit of auto-aim to kind of cover for it. Not very much.
One down, one to go. And he can't run. Wouldn't want to wind up like them.
Clearly.
Okay, let's go. Hey, look.
What on the
Begin.
ground?
This is Royce Brackett of the Camareta, communicating via proxy. I am calling for a truce. See, I'd very much like for the process to, well, stop doing what it's doing. And my conjecture is you'd very much like that too. Assuming I am right, then come along and we'll sort this out. Maybe we can sort this out.
I don't
We'll
trust
see
him at
about
all.
that.
I don't have too many other options here.
Could have sworn I left my body right here.
The transistor. What can it do? What can it really do? Well, it can build a bridge. For example, that's something. People want a bridge to Fairview, sure. Why not? It's settled. Have a beautiful new bridge. It's good for more than just bridges.
This better work.
Why, it can make just about anything happen. Really.
Wow.
That's
Who
something.
asked for it? You got it.
Again, some of the same tech behind Bastion.
To Fairview.
Let's go meet Royce.
The process can't be stopped. Can't be stopped. However, process could be impelled to simply go away.
Where'd
Take
it
its
go?
business elsewhere. And we'll be well enough alone. As for the town, we'll have ourselves a blank canvas. And as for the transistor, we'll have ourselves a brush.
What about the people? Or does it not matter? I guess it doesn't matter.
So this is Fairview. Farther from town than I thought.
The perspective is all weird and broken now.
All of Cloudbank's gonna wind up like this. Where are we supposed to? Oh,
Trying times.
That's
Very
interesting.
trying times these days. Graham and the others, they've gone ahead without me now, haven't they? Just you and me now, isn't it? You and me. And the Transistor.
And all the souls that I captured in it. I'm the real villain of the story.
Yeah. I got nothing.
Oh, well.
Which goes, when everything changes, nothing changes. You see? When everything changes, nothing changes. But all this isn't what we had in mind.
There's the door. To something.
Very cool.
Better. To Fairview. These. Hang it back this time.
I only attack them while they're coming out of stealth to attack me. So I definitely have to use the turn-based thing now. Which, it's funny because this makes it easier, if anything. Because now they're playing by the same rules as me. I don't think that was the intended purpose of this. These are supposed to be like hard late-game enemies.
Other one's cooled off.
But because they're, for the first time, obeying the turn-based structure and not just attacking me rapidly, constantly. I can do this, and it's a lot easier.
Damn it.
Wow, they do a ton of damage, though, when they hit you.
The process is just doing a job. Doing its job. Though I much preferred it when the process did mine. But our old friend Grant, I let him borrow it. And well, anyway, here we are.
Go for it.
We knew we'd have our detractors. What we were doing was wrong. In the traditional sense. In the contemporary sense.
No music. That's odd. I wonder if it's bugged or...
More. That's a new one. They're fixing themselves.
Try. I guess they can succeed.
Back.
Run.
They're exposed.
Yeah, if the whole game had been like slower and turn-based like this is, like slower turn-based and intentionally, like this works very well. I think I would have liked this a lot more. And again, not that I dislike it, but...
That was rough.
I think it was, though.
Gotta keep going. Let's fly.
But a whole lot else to the city, I suppose. Ooh. More of the artwork.
Everyone always said you could be anything you want in this town. This is it for me. I could get used to this.
there's these traces inside the transistor. Everyday people once upon a time, but now, well, not quite themselves. And they're trapped. No walls in there, mind you. It's just, they're on their own. Listen close enough and maybe you can hear them. Some of them, I mean. The ones you know.
Just a bit farther.
A lot of save points. Seems excessive. Ooh.
These ones aren't hiding, at least. Careful.
Suddenly significantly harder. Just need one more. Close. Ooh, got him. Okay.
That should do it. Getting
Expect
warmer.
one last level. Siphon life points from targets in the area around. That's good. Life stealing effect. Very good. Secondary upgrade slot. Let's do that. And that. And battery.
If Royce can hold him off, so can you. Next. That a terminal? Whatever Royce sees in this place, I don't.
Whenever people make a change, whether to the sea or the sky or anywhere in between, the process does the real work. Invisible. Behind the scenes. Well, I say whoever does the real work ought to get the credit. So I found a way to put the process center stage. A way to keep the process working in concert. In harmony.
Enough with the history. Don't like it here.
It's certainly odd.
Bet this leads
Ooh.
somewhere other than here.
The transistor. I have no idea what's inside it, really. Who or what. I have my theories, but, well, that's really all they are. It's just theories. I've seen inside it. Had myself a little look, but I didn't see much at all. It was like staring at the sky.
It's certainly something. Again, lots of style. Alrighty. Those. What I want to do is unequip stuff so that I can equip this somewhere. So yeah, I want lifesteal. Probably on that. Oh, highest memory slot overloads first. Is that why it always took from Jaunt? Oh, I wish it had told me that before. So now I'll lose my damage ability anytime I take too much damage. Okay, well, that's still crappy, but not as crappy. Get rid of that. Something else. So I'll put that there. So much damage from those. I thought I was good there, I guess not. Should be enough to kill it though. No? Yeah, not if I whiff on every single attack.
Been through worse.
Close for comfort there.
Clear. Which way?
Man, half my life. Principled, persuasive man. Very persuasive. I'll miss him. He appreciated my work, supported my endeavors. Camareta, it was his idea. I was all for it. All for it at first. But then, well, I'd say the rest was history, but that's not quite the case.
Can't move or do anything. Okay.
Grand Kendrill's rooftop hideout back in High Rise. That was for damage control. You wanted to save people.
It's interesting. So how much lifesteal does this actually give me? 1%. What is the point?
No vacancy.
Equip that. There instead. And toss that there.
Hey, look.
Another back door. Might as well go in. Okay, so maybe there's more to this game than I thought.
Get the feeling we won't be coming back here for a while. Had just about enough of Royce's lectures back there. But if he says he can make the process go away, I guess we gotta hear him out.
Let's change the music. Planning test, the practice test, speed test that I couldn't do, and performance test that I couldn't do. Oh, there's one more here. Stability.
Something's different in here.
Finish this one off.
Shoot, I forgot to bring the towels.
Withstand the process.
Here comes the tide.
That is the lifesteal one.
Problem.
Oh, the dogs will suicide into that. Okay. It's less than ideal. There's quite a lot of them. The summoning dog's ability is pretty terrible. They don't do a whole lot of damage. And they take forever to spawn and apparently die instantly.
This is bad.
Guess I can kill those, huh? So I've been doing this wrong this whole time. Nope. Okay. Well,
That was a little much.
we tried. Again, there's some cool combat ideas in this game, but
Why won't this thing stay shut?
I don't know. It doesn't. Something about it doesn't grab me. It's not good enough in either thing that it does, or either thing that it's trying to do, rather. Nope, that was not what I wanted to do there.
Give it another go.
This is enough. Okay, just barely.
Aces.
An instrumental track, because they aren't all.
The things you do to get a little time alone these days. Survive it.
Okay. Terminate process in one turn. Right? Is that?
Finish this sentence.
It's close.
Missed a spot.
Okay. Try this one more time here. Oh, almost. Again, cool ideas. How do I get out of here? I would like to not. I don't even see the way out of this. Guess I just have to do it? Okay.
That's a wrap.
Did it.
Ready for us, Royce?
That, I believe, is the transistor's true purpose. Its true nature.
Where's he going? What if I don't want to go that way? There's a whole bunch of other stuff here.
This is something.
What's up here?
What do we got? All the Camareta's targets. And me.
Funny things about the transistor. Let's see. You can get in, but you can't get out. How about that? You can get in, but it's a one-way street, one-way road. It's like the country. You don't just go for a visit, you go for
Something back here.
Didn't go this way at all.
Huh.
Content's unreadable. Decode.
where I found it, where I found it. Why? I found it on a lark. Right around here, geographically speaking. Although geography was only one small factor, there was also the math. Awful lot of math involved. Wasn't entirely myself when I found it, you might say. Sometimes I think I didn't find it
There you are.
Oh
at all.
boy.
You understand?
All four of you.
Maybe it was looking for someone.
You there?
Say I should have backstab so I can do some extra damage here.
3 still up. The old one too.
They can summon those anywhere, apparently. Die.
There.
Okay, you're almost here. Almost here. You ready? Funny, I'm beginning to get a little nervous.
So I'm just not gonna have dodge, I guess, going into what could be the last fight. Cool. Equip something else. Just 'cause we kind of have to.
So come on now. Come on.
It's this way.
Everything around us. Washing away. Must be the place. Hi, Royce. If you can hear me.
Welcome. Well, come in. Come on. Inside my studio. I'm quite unarmed, as you can see. And it's safe in here, relatively. Safe.
Yeah, at least for now. Here's the thing. Now, if the transistor doesn't go back in its cradle, then why, you and I both, well, we just won't be anything anymore in a little while. You, me, and the rest of this town. So, please,
What
don't
place is
let
it,
my
though? I
work
don't
go to
understand.
waste. I'm being reasonable. Now, full disclosure here, which is, I am positively certain 100% that this will work, which is transistor plus cradle equals no more process. No funny business, okay? We'll just take it one thing at a time, one topic at a time. Look, if this was all just some kind of ruse on my part, I mean, how base? Why would I lead you
all this way.
This is it then. You know what you have to do. Look, no matter what happens, just... I love you. You know that, right? It's time. Bye for now.
It's happening.
But I will see you again. I will see you again. I know you can hear me. I won't let you go. Stay with me. Stay with me.
It's very bright, that's for sure.
Let's see. The good news. Well, the process, I think we got it. Contained it. So, the town is going to be all right. It's just, well, someone's going to have to rebuild. But we flew a little close to the flame there, so now we're here, not there.
We inside the
We're
transistor.
stuck. And unfortunately, the only way back that I'm aware of is, well, let's get this over with. Unpleasant.
Okay. Alright. That's good. I was gonna say, if it throws me into the final fight of this game without, you know, a chance to do much of anything, I would have been a little peeved about that. We'll go with the skills that I've been using. So I have to fight this guy now. He draws in cells. I feel like we don't need that anymore. Let's see. Alright, so with this, if I upgrade this, it'll do... I'll get more parasites. They do less damage, but or half the damage in half the time, so that's interesting. So it's essentially the same, I just get more of them. Or with this, I can have it drop crap every time I do that, which is nice. Target penetration would be good. Probably want that. Is this packet spawn automatically? No. Life regen 5 per second. Oh, it only heals you up to 50%. Okay, that's why it wasn't doing anything before. Well, try it now. And what else? So we have room for one more. Give this a go. Read up on Grant Kendrell, though, before we do. More than 94% of voting adults in Cloudbank agree that administration is necessary to the city's infrastructure and its continued day-to-day operations. A similar percentage also wants no part of administrative responsibilities, other than to exercise one's personal right to vote on or otherwise contribute to pertinent social issues. Most administrators like it this way. In the long-standing tradition of their role, they endeavor to keep things running quietly and smoothly, intervening as little as possible while facilitating as much as possible. As public servants, administrators are beholden to their constituencies through this time-honored system. It is a system that Administrator Grant Kendrell decided to subvert. Administrator Kendrell was one of the longest-tenured public servants in the administration's recorded history. More than 2 younger generations of administrators came and went as he remained on the job. Wow, as he remained on the job, I can't read. His abilities as a judicious and sharp-minded administrator never faltered as his age advanced, so instead, his constituency's respect for him only grew. I really cannot read. By contrast, Administrator Kendrell found his feelings beginning to change. It was a period of personal crisis, a time when lesser men would have retired, but Kendrell took it in stride as far as anybody knew. By now he had realized he had fought for virtually every social position at one time or another, always pleasing the majority. Over time, this left a hollow feeling in his heart. Had his own position on many matters, his own dreams and desires, but he learned to keep those thoughts in check. A longtime friend of his, with whom he often confided his worldview over food and drink, gave Kendrell an idea he'd never dared to consider. The Camareta was just the two of them at first, and its ranks were never meant to exceed a number to be counted on one hand. They encapsulated their beliefs in an expression that when everything changes, nothing changes, and they had in their possession something that would move their mission forward. Kendrell, ever familiar with the solemn burden of responsibility, knew more about the administration than anyone. If anyone was the best choice for Cloudbank, it was him. Interesting. All right.
So, who gets to go first? How about me?
What?
Let's see.
Okay.
How about...
So he gets to take his turns as well. That's interesting. It's 2 second chances. He's using all the same abilities as me too. How is he out of range? Doesn't make any sense. Get away from him as much as possible.
Hey, Transistor. Only one of these is good for the return trip. Let's see if it'll be yours or mine.
How does he have his own? I don't understand. So what we want to do is that first. No. I'm gonna take a death here. Is he taking so long with his turns? It's very odd. Did it break?
I know. This really isn't going as well as I would have liked.
Get away from him as much as we can. Close to the end here, I think. Oh, come on.
Let's start here.
Guess I'm gonna die again.
I can get there. Things are looking up. I beat you, I get my town. Get the transistor. But then I've often wondered what it's like in there. What
I'll
it's
let you
really
know.
like. So, in a way, no matter what,
Then why not just give up? Now, why are his turns faster than mine? out of reach. Die.
Impossible. No, it can't. It can't be. God, please don't be God. Please don't. Ah!
So I won, I think.
We got
But
away.
at what cost?
Red, we got away. Now you're here. And me. And that's it.
Oh,
Look at this. This whole town. I guess it's yours now. A blank canvas. And you still have the brush. Better you than the Camareta. So where do you want to start?
you mean where do I want to start? I've already started.
Fits of gold lock. Junction jams. All the drinking joints in the canals. What are you thinking? Hey. Oh. Look. That's not me. Not anymore. I'm still with you. But I'm not getting out of here. Red? Hey,
Oh no.
what are you doing? Wait, what are you doing? Red. Don't you do it. Don't you dare. Don't do this. Please. If you do this. Red, please don't. Wait. Red! Red. No, Red, no.
What a way to end it.
Seconds march into the past. Moments pass. Just like that, they're gone. The river always finds the sea. So helplessly, like you find me. We are paper bowls floating on a stream. It would seem we'll never be apart. I will always find you, like it's written in the stars. You can run, but you can't hide. Try. Like the moon that makes the tides, that silent guide is calling from inside. Pull me here and push me there. It's everywhere, hanging in the air. We are magnets pulling
And the wonderful voice of Ashley Barrett. She did all the female vocals in Bastion, of course in this, and was the voice of Eurydice in Hades as well. Interesting. No credited vocalists for the unnamed male.
Like it's written in the stars. We can't run, but we can't hide. Try.
Again, as always from Supergiant, 10 out of 10 for style and aesthetic. God, they're good at this. Gameplay was, I think this was the weakest of the three that I've played. Again, it just felt a little odd. It wasn't very good as a turn-based game, and it wasn't very good as an action game either. It was cool that it did both, but it didn't do either particularly well. But again, I'll forgive it all just because of the style and aesthetic and the world building and the lore. It's confusing. And again, we still didn't get the answer of, was this real or was this, computer simulation or something. It doesn't matter. It really it doesn't matter. So as I said, this game does have a New Game Plus, or we can just exit. I'm curious what the New Game Plus will give us, though, so we'll do this real quick. Restart the story, retaining your user levels and functions. The process will respond in kind. Curious. But, yeah. There's not much else to say here. We'll begin a recursion. I'm kind of curious if it will, where it throws us in it. And also, I kind of just want to get up to exactly 2 hours, give or take. Beautiful artwork from the beginning.
We're not gonna get away with this, are we?
Come on, pull. There. Together again. Sort of.
Yep, all my abilities.
What a night. You're still in one piece. That's all that matters. We'll figure something out.
Ah, that's interesting. So the terminals that I viewed the first playthrough are not here anymore. So you would definitely have to replay this to get 100%.
Yikes. Found us already. They want you back, I bet.
Okay, and yeah, so it's the max level enemies, the 3.0 variety.
Born again. Nice. Okay, let's go. Unmarked alley. East of the bay. Think I know where we are. More trouble. Look, don't fret.
Dogs right off the bat, huh? What is happening here? I mean, I guess it's, it's balanced by the fact that I have everything again, but... Still, my goodness.
Ready.
I'm down. Just want to do this combat and save the game, and then that'll be it. But yeah, as we're going through this, again, just excellent. My issues with the combat is, personal preference, as is my approval of the style and everything, but, I wasted that one. I think Bastion might be their best game from a story perspective. It's very basic, and I think it works on a lot of levels, like easily to jump into. This one is convoluted to the point where I can see people falling off of it, but they nailed the style 100%. Just fantastic on that front. And Hades is, of course, the best gameplay-wise. It's not even close. But Hades is also incredibly good in terms of style and story.
Hey, up there. Hello, world. Look at all that. We're on the edge of town, 100 blocks away. There's the empty set. Still too close to it. We better get as far from there as possible.
Nope. It's open for a save point.
Block party up ahead. Here we go.
Oh, I guess I have to fight first. Well, okay. In any event, it's cool that there's a new game plus, and you can go through and do this again. The terminal that's up there is one that I viewed before, but this time I have different choices for the weather. So I assume you'd have to do this multiple times to get all of the choices at all the different terminals, which is kind of cool. And it's a short enough game that you could do that, especially now that I know everything. So around 5 hours for my first playthrough. Not bad. Someone better at this game, or doing New Game Plus, could probably tear through it even faster. But yeah. This was Transistor. Again, like I said, great game. I'm glad I finally got around to this one. I'm embarrassed to say it took me as long as it did. Goodness, this came out in 2014, and here we are 7 years later, finally playing it. Of course, we did Hades before, and I played Bastion years and years ago at this point. Yeah, easy recommendation if you're into things like this, the style, the substance, all of that. Short game too. I guess my only complaint with it, other than the combat being a little janky, is that if you are just interested in this as an experience, the fact that there's no difficulty sliders could be a little tough, or a little tough. Ugh. I was gonna say tough and difficult. Combine them. But you know, it is what it is. Some games are like that. But yeah, Transistor. Be streaming again probably on Saturday. We're gonna check out a recent update to another game that I've played before. Not on stream. Oh, I haven't played it on stream, but we'll be playing on stream on Saturday. Anyway, as always, whether you were here live or you watch the VOD, we hope you enjoy, and we do appreciate your viewership. And until next time, have a good one.